Hello, hello. Day two. Day two of the 30 days of video. All right, today I wanted to talk a little bit about decision paralysis to start out with, because that is something that's kicking my ass right now and has been for a really long time. And I'm sure this is something that so many people deal with. But fucking hell, it's a terrible feeling when you feel like you're paralyzed and just stuck, and you have all these options, or maybe you don't have many options, but you're deciding between two paths or more, and you just can't seem to land on one, and you want to know which path is the right one and which one you truly desire and which one you're the most aligned with. And that's been my struggle. For me, it's been which way I want to go in my career. Do I want to continue playing hockey professionally, or do I want to do something else because I've felt like maybe I want to do something else, and I've felt called to do something that maybe helps other people more directly and can impact the world more greatly. But each way you look, you see the pros and the cons, and you just aren't sure which one that is the right one for you to take. And honestly, I think the answer, or in fact I know the answer, is that you just have to go with your best guess, because sometimes even my intuition, I don't even know what that's saying. So I think you just have to go with your best guess and not look back, and just fucking go. Just say fuck it. Don't worry about the outcome. Whatever happens, happens. But I think the pain of being stuck in decision paralysis is far worse than the pain of choosing something that doesn't work out quite the way you wanted, because at least you had the courage to try to do that thing and to move. Movement is life. Little line from World War Z from Brad Pitt. Movement is life. And I think that's true. When we're stagnant, we just feel like shit. So yeah, I need to take my own advice here and just freaking commit hard. Yeah, and another thing I wanted to talk about being on a spiritual path. I've started to realize that I feel I have lost some of the natural spark and motivation and ambition that I had, and that desire to achieve things, because when I got on the spiritual path and really wanted to explore and grow spiritually, I thought that I should try to completely disidentify from my ego and try to completely transcend it by force, by literally just trying to shove it down and repress it, and that ended up just making me feel very dull and very numb and lifeless. And over the years, I've come to the realization that I think the dark aspects of the ego can be fuel and are completely necessary to be able to navigate your way through this life and to make things happen in the external world. I think your soul is your compass, and the way that it can't manifest what it wants you to manifest in the world. It can't do what it wants to do through you in the world if your ego isn't functional. You have to have a functional ego that can navigate the world and has ambition and desire and these things that, like, if you're spiritual, you can view them as dark forces that you want to get rid of. But I think we're human and we have those. And I mean, I think there's a way to not act on these darker impulses, these darker human impulses like envy, lust, anger, like jealousy, all these things. I think they can be alchemized into just pure motivation and pure fuel. And I think that's how to deal with those aspects of our ego. Because since I've tried to transcend those things, like the substance, my life just feels like it had less substance to it, less excitement, less just pure human passion and drive. So that is something I'm gonna be consciously working on, is trying to reintegrate my ego into my life. And yeah. All right, so now we're going to do the word of the day. The word of the day today, it is, ChatGPT says it is lantern. And this is an interesting one because I was asking ChatGPT about this whole ego situation because I was thinking about it, and it said that your ego is like the lantern that holds the flame of your soul. It houses the flame of your soul. And so your ego and your soul need to be partners, because your ego houses your soul in this three-dimensional reality, and is what allows the soul to express itself in this reality. I don't know if I want to go from that to talking about a literal lantern now. But lanterns are good for when you're camping, and they're good for when you're walking through a graveyard at night and you need some light. When I picture a lantern, I picture like a really spooky, like Grim Reaper type character, like holding a lantern like this, just kind of like cruising at night, scaring people. But anyways, I think that might be 2 minutes already, I hope, talking about that one. Okay, that one kind of tough today, but it's not going to be great every day. So, okay, that is it. Day 2. See you next time.